Hello, Danny here, and I'm making a video today because I get a lot of comments on my selfies, my pictures, that people love my makeup and they want to know how I do it because my skin always looks so flawless. And I really have to giggle because I have no professional training. I don't even watch YouTube videos on how to do makeup. I'm kind of one of those people where if I see something that I think looks good, I just try to recreate it myself the best I can do. And that's pretty much my makeup technique. So if you're an advanced makeup artist or maybe you have some good knowledge on makeup, I apologize ahead of time if I make you wince at all because like I said, everything I'm gonna do today is just kind of self-taught and I'm just kind of winging it. So here we go. So if you're a beginner, maybe this will be totally awesome for you. So follow along. Okay. So what I start off with, and I will also say that I'm pretty frugal because I don't know, I think there's better things to invest in, like, my health and that kind of stuff. So first off, I start off with my E.L.F. Mineral Primer. E.L.F. is a brand of makeup that you can get a lot of places, like Walmart and Walgreens, stuff like that, and it's very inexpensive. Most of their stuff is anywhere from $1 to $3 to $6, I think, is their most expensive stuff. So I just used their primer. And I will say that I used this mineral primer when I was in Nashville this year in the super heat, and it was amazing. And my makeup stayed on through sweating and stuff. So E.L.F. Mineral Face Primer. The next thing I do, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have a little bit of red. My face is like kind of red. My skin tone's kind of red. So I like to really kind of cut that with a pretty covering foundation. And I use Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse. And not only that, but I have very oily skin. And this mousse, along with the powder I use, really help combat the oil on my skin. All right, that's my foundation. And then my powder that I use is Bare Minerals, just their classic original formula. This is like a special edition jar, so it's kind of weird looking, but just their original formula. I use a big brush like this, a full coverage brush, dip it in the cap, tap it out, give it a little blow, and then blend on. There's that. And you might be noticing that my foundation looks a little darker than my skin, which it is because I use self-tanner, and my self-tanner is processing right now, so it's not going to darken up for like an hour or two. But don't worry, my self-tanner matches my makeup. So I know that's kind of a weird way to go about things, but it's the way I do it. So like I said, I'm no professional. Okay, the next step I take, this is again E.L.F. and it's under eye concealer and highlighter. And so the under eye concealer part I actually use for more than just under my eye, but I put it under my eyes. I kind of dab it right here to make like a shape like this. And then I use it to highlight the bridge of my nose. And I put it a little bit right here because I get really red right there. And then in that little shape right there. And then I just dab that in. I bring it across my eyelids too, because I don't really wear eyeshadow, but I think it looks really nice on lightening up that area. I kind of take my foundation brush that I already used, just kind of dab it to make sure everything blends nicely. All right, feeling good and bright. Next thing I do, again, the unadvanced girls version of contouring. I have NYX matte bronzer, and I use this for shading my face with a fan brush. So I go right under the cheekbone. And then I go around the edge of the face.
I was kind of wondering if you wanted to. Lost for words. Share a song.
And I kind of fan it into my hairline. And you never want to blend down when you're doing the dark contour, because you want to pull your face up. And then I take a little on my fan brush, blow it off real well, and go along the sides of my nose and across the front. All right, and that shapes up your nose. The last thing you do, if you want, you create a shadow around your face. If you feel like you maybe got too much of the contouring, you can just take your foundation brush and kind of blend it in a little. Nice and easy. Next thing I do is add my blush. Right now I have NARS, and the color is Orgasm. And it's like a kind of a bright, it's broken, but it's kind of a bright pink with gold in it. And I put that right above the dark on my cheekbones. And I don't really like the way it looks when the blush ends here. So what I do next, and that was just a blush brush, what I do next is take this like flat brush, and I take a lighter pink, and this is a Bare Minerals brand. The color is the Faux Pas, and I just put that on my apples. There we go. Okay, so that's all I do for my face. Next is my eyes and my brows. So I'll do my brows first. So for my brows, I'm gonna have to use a mirror here. First thing I do is brush them up. Get them facing the right direction. And then I have Anastasia Beverly Hills DIPBROW Pomade. And I have my little eyebrow brush. So I get a little bit of this pomade, and then I dip it in my cap. I kind of like put it in my cap to use. So now I'll just be pulling from my cap. Got a little bit in there. Okay. The way I do my brows, which I get a lot of compliments, and again, I have no idea if I'm doing it right, but for me, I draw a line across the top and the bottom, pull it down, fill it in, and then do a few just dots this way, so you'll see. So I'm gonna go across the top first. See how much of a difference that made just pulling that across the top? It really filled in my brows a lot. I'm gonna pull it across the bottom. And I just follow my natural brow line. And I have really thin hair and thin brows. So really I'm just following the natural lines and then filling it in. Now I'm gonna fill in the middle of it. And then, like I said, I like to go straight up and down with my brush and dab and kind of blend it and make it a little bit lighter where it starts. And bring it further in because they start really, my brows start really far in, so I like to pull them out a little bit. All right, last step, mascara and eyeliner. My favorite eyeliner in the world is Kat Von D's Tattoo Liner. That's what it's called, Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. It's this kind of tip, but it's like a paintbrush, so each bristle is separate, and so it just flows super easily. And I have to set up my mirror here. And I don't start all the way, like right here. I start where my lashes start, personally. And then I used to pull it out and do a huge like swoop, but I've been noticing lately I like the way it looks when I end at the edge of my eye, because it makes my eyes look bigger instead of like wider. All right. Now for me, my favorite part, it looks weird when you have eyeliner on without mascara. My favorite part is the mascara. Curl my lashes right at the base. And then the mascara I use is L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga Rock, black and yellow bottle. And by far my favorite mascara of all times, and I've tried them all. I've tried expensive brands, tried all the drugstore brands, and this stuff just goes on so easily. I used to put on like 4 coats before, but now I only put on 2 of this stuff. And the reason I like this mascara is because it gives the ends volume instead of being really dense at the base and then thin at the ends. And then I curl my eyelashes again with my fingers. Maybe a little weird. Okay, that's how I do my makeup, and that's what you see in all the pictures. I feel like it might be a little hard to see in this video, but I'll take a picture and post it.